There are 5 different levels of graphic design, and each one of those posters represents one of those levels. But the thinking behind each one is completely different, and this is just to show you the 5 levels today. And by the end of today's video, you should be able to recognize which level a design is operating at, and perhaps where most of your work currently stops in that ceiling. And so to reveal the first level of graphic design, we have aesthetics. And importantly, level 1 doesn't mean bad as such. I mean, the portrait is quite striking, the purple lighting feels technological, that fits our brand, but notice what we're judging here. We're saying it looks cool or polished or professional. Those are mainly aesthetic judgments. We haven't yet said that the poster communicates something or anything clearly, or how it changes how we perceive the brand or gives us a reason to care about anything. And so at this level, the designer's thinking is primarily visual, hence the word aesthetics. Which image looks strongest, which typeface feels futuristic, where can the logo sit comfortably? And this poster does aim to answer those questions. But the problem is that this is also where the thinking stops. There is a useful trick that you can do to detect this level, and that's called the aesthetic swap test. So we can cover the logo and imagine replacing it with any other technological company. This could suddenly become an advert for virtual reality glasses, for cybersecurity software, even a gaming headset, or perhaps a very dramatic optician. Now, most of the design would continue working without any kind of meaningful change. And that is the hidden ceiling of level 1 here. The design can attract the first glance, but it doesn't control what happens afterwards. A useful warning sign is when the strongest feedback your work receives is simply clean, cool, professional. Those buzzwords, those compliments. Certainly, yes, they are good, but they often confirm that the surface is working. But to move into level 2, the designer has to stop thinking only about how the design looks and to begin to think about how the information is organized. And so that brings us to level 2, which is organization. Now, the difference isn't simply that this poster contains more information, and yes, it does have some more information, but now we have a better idea of what this poster is about. But it's also that every single piece has been assigned in a position with a sequence. The visual attracts us first, but also has some abstract context. We then reach the Helmix identity, more about identities later in this video. But then the much larger built to protect statement, the explanation beneath it, and finally, the invitation to discover more. So rather than presenting several elements and hoping the viewer connects them all, the design creates a controlled route. Bang, 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 downwards. And this is what hierarchy actually does. It controls when they are discovered. Size, position, and contrast and spacing become timings. The headline works from a distance, while the supporting sentence does reward someone who moves a bit closer to the design. Even the empty space here has a specific job as such. It separates that logo, the messaging, the explanation, and the call to action, almost like punctuation in the mid of a sentence. Now you can test this using the 3-second test. Show someone a design for 3 seconds, hide it, and ask them what they saw first, what they saw second or third. If they remember disconnected elements, or everyone just gives a different answer, the design might be tidy, but it's maybe truly unorganized. This poster does give the information a clear order, but level 2 still has a ceiling. We've organized what the brand wants to say, yet we haven't considered how a specific audience will interpret that information. And that is where level 3 begins. So level 3 is communication. The message on this one is now a bit more specific. Helmix brings multiple operations together inside one protected system, and more importantly, the visual helps explain that idea. Separate illuminated lines travel into one central interface, while the transparent panel suggests both connection and protection. Illumination or a light source does help to enforce the idea of a solution or safety, which is good for this brand's ethos. And so now the image itself is performing part of the explanation on this design. But the headline and the visual are effectively communicating the same idea through 2 different routes. And even before reading the supporting copy below, we can begin to understand and even feel consolidation, control, and security. And that kind of agreement between words and imagery makes a message faster to process and harder to misunderstand or get lost in. And so level 3, therefore, asks a more advanced question. It's not simply what does this design say, but it's more what will this particular audience believe it means. So now we understand what Helmix does. However, understanding something doesn't automatically make us want it, and that's what takes us to level 4. This entire motion graphics project started as a rough idea in the depths of my designer mind, but the tedious and the annoying gaps in that journey were bridged faster. The outdated and the lame AI tools help you generate something. They give you an image, a video, a piece of text perhaps, but that isn't creative and it's not a workflow I want to jive with. Luma is an agentic AI, which means it assists rather than just simply spewing out JPEGs. It still allows the designer to hold their creativity neatly in their palm, and at its core, our creative agents understand context across the entire project. So instead of constantly jumping between tools, like different prompts, references, notes, and assets, the agents help organize the workflow while you stay focused on the juicy stuff, that being the creative direction. What Luma does so well is to keep the entire process connected. So there's no kind of opening one tool for research, another for planning, another for generation, and another for feedback, and then one more for organization. But rather, the agents can help shape and develop the project inside the same workspace while keeping track of the context behind what you're building. Like here, I can keep the style and the visual language of my project throughout the same despite changes or additions. And AI agents like this are a strong part of the future of workflows, inside and also outside of graphic design. But crucially, you still need taste. You still need creative judgment. You still need to know what you're trying to make and how. But it does remove a lot of the annoying or the time-consuming stuff between the idea in your head and the finished piece you're trying to create, which means you spend less time managing software essentially. And Luma is a serious tool, a professional one. And if you want to see what it looks like in practice, check out the link down below and take a look at Luma's new agentic workspace and the Luma agents. Again, all accessed via the link. Level 4 is persuasion. And so at this stage, the design is attempting to give the audience a reason to want or to need whatever is being advertised or suggested or pushed. The previous poster communicated what the system does, but this one reframes that function around something the decision maker already values, and that is growth. Grow without lowering your guard. This combines a desirable outcome with a fear, the idea that expansion naturally creates greater exposure. And that's all reinforced completely visually here. The helmet represents protection, while the illuminated lines spreading outward suggest a system expanding around it. The product now becomes the thing that allows a business to grow without becoming more vulnerable. And the information also forms a persuasive sequence. We have aspiration, risk, solution, and then action. Even the call to action has changed from the passive discover Helmix to the more urgent protect your operations. And there was a good distinction between communication and persuasion that you can kind of bank here. Communication helps someone understand an idea, persuasion makes the idea feel personally consequential. However, even a persuasive design can disappear from someone's mind moments later. And so level 5 therefore asks the final question: what remains once the poster or the design is no longer there? And thus, you've probably guessed it, level 5 is memory. So at this stage, the design is doing many things, but also deciding what travels away with the audience. Importantly, though, we're no longer just looking at one isolated poster, but a recognizable brand identity system. The Guardian appears across multiple executions, and that is alongside the same purple environment. The posters do change, yes, sure, but the underlying idea and the underlying consistency is cohesive. This is where repetition becomes useful. Memorability rarely comes from producing something completely different every single time. In branding especially, it comes from repeating distinctive elements with enough variation to keep them interesting. And here the helmet can be shown from a different angle or paired with different messages, as an example, but that's all still feeling like unmistakably Helmix. The important detail is that the memorable image is attached to the brand. The Helmix mark appears directly on the Guardian. Its geometry is echoed throughout the helmet, and the language repeatedly returns to protection. Now, without these connections, viewers might remember the all purple helmet advert, while completely forgetting who or what created it. And that is the real purpose of level 5 here, to create distinctive assets and associations that become easier to recognize with every single encounter. So aesthetics, they earn attention, organization can guide it, communication creates understanding, and persuasion creates desire. But memory is what allows the brand to remain after everything else has been finished. And if you don't want to finish your education journey as a graphic designer right here, right now, do click a video on screen to continue that journey forward. But until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.